my plug, now let's re-up. Fell to the ground, now let me up, yeah. Let me up, then let me up. Let me up, then let me up, yeah. Don't stop, press go, can't stop, just go. Let's go, press go, big dog, Petco.
Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome back. Welcome back to Strength of God Inc. on YouTube as well as Instagram. So we are back with another series review of Mary Mary Season 1, Episode 2. Okay? So without further ado, gonna make sure get this out the way smooth as possible. I took some notes, and so yeah, everything should go smooth with this review. I just got through finished watching it just to have a refreshed memory of what happened and everything. So yeah. So we picked up from where we left off from the first episode with them doing the lighting up the Christmas tree for Thanksgiving and Christmas, with them being in Atlanta in the first episode, and establishing them as Mary and everything like that. So this is season 1, episode 2, titled Roadkill. Okay, and the synopsis is Mary struggles to prepare for their upcoming tour, putting stress on Erica's pregnancy. Okay, so we're just gonna get right into it so that it's gonna go over smooth. Okay, so we have an overview of the episode, of everything that's going to happen in the episode. Okay, first thing that comes is Mary is this set of Mary, is located in Los Angeles, California, because that's where they film it. And the first scene is Erica and Tina has a meeting with Mitch and Treva about their tour. And then Tina, she expresses the, everything about going on tour, the good, the bad, the ugly, all in between. She says she loves it, but it's also tiring as well. And she said their tour is going to be consisting of 10 cities in 18 days. Okay, and they show footage of what goes on within a tour. So they show them they show a performance of them when they were younger, when they were performing on tour and things like that. So after they show that, Erica shows that Erica shows that she works every pregnancy, and she worked every pregnancy until the time she was ready to give birth. So that just says a lot more about how much she likes to work and things like that, which is nothing wrong with it, because that's how most people work and things like that, and it's commendable. But at times it can be difficult as well. So I really understand how much she's like a workaholic and things like that within her career. And then next it is Mitch was talking to Tina about her wig, and he was like, "Is Curly Mary gonna come back anytime soon?" And Tina was like, bitch, don't bother me. And so she explained that curly Mary is when she wear her curly wigs. So, and the next thing is Erica, Tina, Mitch meet up with Gugu for a fitting, who is their sister and their stylist. So Gugu is their stylist as well as their sister, and they're trying on different clothes, different outfits to see what fits, what doesn't, what needs to be altered, stuff like that. And Google expressed that it's difficult styling for Mary, balancing their image as gospel artists, because they explained that really well, because when you're styling gospel artists, you have to be really careful, because you know how church folks say this, that, and the other, and it's it just really hard for people that does anything within the gospel. It's hard. It's hard for us to do anything without us being judged, because everything has to be so perfect. So, but I feel like they're classy. They dress modest. They dress even though they dress they're different. They stand out, but they're still modest. They're still holy, things like that. And so, if, okay, everyone notices Tina's weight. So when Tina was coming out of the, when Tina was coming out of the dressing room, she was telling Gugu that she couldn't zip up her dress, and so Mitch was kind of laughing and everything like that, and Mitch and Gugu was concerned about Tina's weight, and because Gugu was saying that she wasn't that size the last time. I guess they had a fitting. I guess she gained more weight or whatever because of how she couldn't zip up her dress. And so Mitch becomes concerned about Tina's dress size situation. And Mitch and Tina have a quick conversation. He becomes hesitant about the issue of Tina's size situation. So yeah, he just explained. So he came at a concerning place, to be honest, and so he was just letting her know that that she may need to watch how much she eats, or how much she consumes food, or how much she gains weight, and try to be mindful because of how much it can put a lot of stress, when they have to get more clothes, that will fit, have to, and then it'll become a financial issue and things like that. So she took that into consideration, even though she did kind of get offended, but she still understood the business side of it. But she said she was basically like, don't come at her, about her weight like that. But she understood the business side of it, so that she'll do her best when it comes to her weight and everything like that. Okay, and it says, Tina gets offensive as Mitch expresses concern about helping her look healthy. So yes, Tina expresses that eating is her way of self-enjoyment and self-care. And the next scene shows the following day at Tina's house, as we are introduced to her personally as a loving mother, wife, taking care, fixing her family breakfast. And so that leads to, yeah, Tina. So when Tina's at home, she doesn't like, she doesn't like to be all dressed up. She likes to dress down, lounge wear, stuff like that, because like whenever she's like on the road, she always has to be camera ready. So she expressed that when she's at home, she doesn't want to be, you know, ready for the camera all the time, because she's taking care of her children as well as her husband. So, and she said it just can be a lot and overwhelming to be, you know, always on point for the camera all the time. And so, and Tina expresses that she doesn't always want to be camera ready all the time, which explains that she's a tomboy. And then Teddy expresses his concern about how he would like for her to be, how he would like for her to be in his perspective as a husband. Tina become kind of irritated about the conversation with Teddy as he tries to juggle everything with work and family. Tina gets his point as she takes it into perspective. So Tina understands the needs of her husband. He saw that she wore something different than what she normally wears. So he expressed that like he expressed that must be new of what she had on, because what how she would usually dress, it wouldn't be how it wouldn't be how she was dressed in that scene, because he was just expressing that he would like her to look, you know, cute and dolled up, but not all the way dolled up, but just cute or fancy enough for him, you know, as the enjoyment of being her husband. Yeah. So yeah, so Tina, she takes that into consideration, but she just explains that she may not have time all the time because of how much she takes care of her family, working on her career, even working on taking care of herself. So she took that into consideration, and she said that she'll try to she'll work at that as well. The next thing is where at Erica's residence, we get introduced to Treva, who is Mary's executive assistant. So she helps them, you know, schedule, you know, meetings, things like that. That she helps them like with they're getting ready to do, going on tours, stuff like that. So she just basically helps them out with whatever they need. And so Erica gets irritated at Tina not checking in for rehearsal for the tour. And then Tina says that she needs to sleep to be prepared for the rehearsal. So Tina calls Erica and tells her that she wants to cancel rehearsal so that she can be prepared, so she'll be able to sleep in order for her to be at her best. Okay. All right, and then Erica gets a contraction from being upset. Her contractions are coming more frequently. So when she was talking to Tina on the phone and everything, she was upset because of how she wanted to cancel rehearsal, and just and she was just frustrated how she, you know, just feel like she's the only one that, you know, wants to, you know, really, you know, be at their best, you know, and being available. She just has a problem for her not being available, not not being considerate at times. So she was just having a contraction from that. She got upset, and so she like sat down so she could calm down and things like that. It says the following scene shows that Tina and Erica at Amp Studios as they prepare for the things concerning their tour. And they show footage of them performing. So they show more footage of them performing, and so that's what they were studying at the studio, so they'll be able to be more prepared for the tour. They talk about their work ethics and schedules and trying to work together. So when they talk about their schedules and their work ethics, Tina expressed that she likes to she doesn't like to work as much as Erica, and Erica expresses that Tina's not considerate as she needs to be, within the career that they're in, which I understand both of their dynamics, because both are important. Yeah, it's good to work hard, it's good to do all that stuff, but it's still good to be able to balance and make sure that you're taking care of yourself first, and making sure that everything within career and business wise is taken care of as well. But Erica's was just letting her know that it's important that she considers other people within their career, so that she'll so she'll feel like she'll be more considerate of her, and they kind of bump heads, because they just completely they work completely different, and yeah, they bump heads at times. But the next one says Eric expresses her frustration on working with Tina concerning their career. So sometimes Erica's like, sometimes she wants to quit the group and things like that, because of how they are just two different people. They work very differently, and so that's what allows her to make that's what has her to express that sometimes she can't do the group, but at the same time they have to learn how to understand each other, learn how to work through their differences in order to be successful as a career in a ministry. Okay, Erica asked Tina to apologize for getting her upset and having contractions. So they end up making up and apologizing, and they kiss and make up as true sisters. And their mom, she advocated about that, as well as about pursuing harmony and peace past the fighting and arguing. Yes, they were fighting and arguing about how Tina needs to be more considerate, and how Erica works too much, and how she's a workaholic. But at the end, they find their common ground, and they apologize and everything like that. So the next thing is they were taught to make peace with each other by their parents. So as their parents taught them to get along, it still stayed with them as they are adults with families of their own. It says the next scene shows Tina and Gugu walking and catching up. Gugu expresses Tina's carefree looks. So it goes back to how Teddy was explaining how her choice of outfits wouldn't be the best to look at, but that's what Tina was talking to Gugu about, and Google was like, if you could um, just put this on, just put different pieces together, and it could be something comfortable, something not over the top and comfortable. Guys like that type of stuff. So that's what she was explaining to her about, not being all the way over the top, being at home, having downtime and leisure time with your family, but dressing in a way where her husband will be satisfied. Furthermore explaining that. So yeah, and so Teddy advocates for Tina to look cute and fancy according to what he likes to see her in. So yeah, Google requests to get a retainer as their stylist because I guess she doesn't like charge them enough money for their styling or whatever. And because Google was like, this is a problem, and like I guess she's like needs more money because just to make it smoother, because I guess it's hard on her when she doesn't charge them enough where she feels satisfied or whatever. And so see her in back at Erica's house. She's spending some quality time with their kids. Erica has another contraction and she's playing with her son and her daughter, and right in the middle of her playing she has a contraction. So she goes to the doctor, and Erica reveals that Dr. Freeman has been her doctor ever since she got married, and it says and her doctor says that Zaya is effaced and is at her cervix, and he suggests that she go on bed rest. So this is the beginning of her. This is the beginning of her. Beginning of her thinking about whether if she has to cancel the tour or not, or cancel some of the dates of the tour or not. So this is the beginning of that. So she has to face the possibility of canceling the tour. So she told her doctor that she has a tour, and the doctor told her to cancel it so that she'll be able to rest, because doing like going back and forth, doing all the traveling back and forth, it wouldn't be good for her health as well as the baby's health. But she still persisted to say, oh, I can do it, despite of what Dr. Freeman was saying to her. So yeah, so she was determined to cancel the tour during the episode. So Warren is torn as well because he's the producer as well as the father to Erica and his new baby. And Warren becomes concerned with the pregnancy with Erica, because yes, that's his artist, and he was like, if you feel like you can go, but and then he turned around and said, as a father, that's my baby in there too. So he was torn between those situations. So and it says Tina meets with a trainer. Next scene is Tina meets with a trainer so that she'll be at her best health wise for herself. So she's going to work out so that because she knows how much she gained weight, and she noticed how Mitch was letting her know that she needs to be healthy in order for her to be successful and to be at her best. So she goes to work out for nobody else but herself and for her family. Tina was able to to put the time in for the workout. So she worked out for a little minute, but I guess she was just getting to the wind of getting back into working out so that she'll be able to be at her best. So yeah, I really like that scene. And they played the song "Boom" by Mirror. I really liked how they played that song. And it says, back at Erica's house, they have a fitting with Gugu. They have a fitting with Gugu, and Erica prepares to tell Tina about the recent doctor's appointment. And so Erica tells Tina and Gugu that she's effaced, and that and basically that's basically what it means right before a woman goes into labor, after they dilate and things like that. It says Tina says that she had her daughter prematurely, and she was letting her know how she had her daughter prematurely, and was letting Erica know that she do not want to go through that. So she was really being protective over Erica, and protective over the baby as well. It says Erica is still determined to work with it for the tour, but have mixed emotions. Yeah, she has mixed emotions about. She still has mixed emotions about canceling the tour and still wanting to do the tour. So it's like a lot of people in her head, basically. So they cut the fitting short to meet with Mitch, and Mitch is concerned as Erica and Tina show up for a random meeting, because they never show up for a meeting, as Mitch says. And it says Erica proceeds to tell Mitch about the pregnancy, and it says as Mitch they expressed that Erica should have thought. As Mitch knows, he tells them about the expenses and the budget of the tour. So as Erica tells Mitch about what the doctor said and everything like that, he went over their budget and their expenses for the tour. And so they expressed that Tina should have thought about the risk of traveling earlier, so it won't be as bad as it could have been. So they were basically saying that they should have canceled it earlier on, so that it wouldn't be this close, making the decision like this. So yeah. And then the deleted scene is Tina expressing how she was a tomboy when she was younger and things like that, and her romantic but she says when it's time to go out with Teddy, she turned around and gave and was strutting, and then Eric was like, "That's why you got 4 kids." That was funny. And so and then as they come back on, they're just having to cancel some of the dates as well as the whole tour. So they was talking about canceling some of the dates, because Erica still wanted to do the tour. She still wanted to do the tour, so that's why she said cancel some of the dates. But Tina was like, you should just cancel the whole thing, because it's not wise for her to be out and about like that with the baby and the baby, with the health of her baby. And so they come to a conclusion that Erica needs to make a decision and get back to Mitch in 24 hours. Erica talks to Warren about the situation with the pregnancy as well as the tour, and Warren was like, what does it matter if you go into labor? What does it matter? What would it mean? Absolutely nothing. So like, if she goes into labor, none of that will matter. Basically what he was telling her. So she says that she'll make a final decision that day. It says So the next day, Erica tells Krista bye and reassure her that she'll be back. So she wanted Eric. Krista wanted her to see off. Krista wanted her mom to see her off to school, but she wasn't able to since she had to be at the rehearsal for the tour and things like that. And but she let her know that she'll be right back. And so at the next scene, she says, at Center Stage Studios, Tina is going over the pieces of the performance with that choreographer, and they show some footage of them performing live. Going through blocking cues, stuff like that. But Tina tells Andrew about Erica's pregnancy and what Dr. Friedman said. And so they was discussing that. He was saying how he was thinking of creative ways of how he could put her in a chair. So yeah, that was kind of funny. And as Erica arrives, so this is Erica. As Erica arrives, she still says, "Let me speak my piece." She still feel like she could do it. So yeah, and that's just Erica. That's just Erica. And I love her drive. I love her dedication. But in a situation like this, yeah, it was too close. It really was too close. Erica still wants to do the tour, and Tina and Erica decided to cancel the tour because Tina was just really concerned about the baby's health and her health as well. And they call Mitch. As Erica makes the final decision, they call and tell Mitch that they'll cancel the tour, and Mitch, he responds supportively and concerned, as he should have been, and that's a really nice way to respond, even though even in a situation like this, it's really professional how he responded. And so after he tell them that they'll be able to they want to cancel the tour, he'll say, we'll get everything together, let you guys know what the expenses are, and we'll go from there and stuff like that. And Erica wants to make sure that they won't get too much of backlash for canceling the tour this late. Okay, and Tina expresses, just her love for Erica, and I really like that, how Tina was, just there for her sister, and just wanted to protect her, as a sister always should do. It says. And also, so after that scene, Erica comes back home and surprises Krista, screaming all over the house like, "Mom, you tricked me!" And so, yeah, so she let Krista know that she canceled the tour. She'll be at home with her. She'll be at home with them, so that she won't be gone. And so Erica and Warren, after Krista get through screaming, Erica and Warren are left worried about canceling the tour. And also Warren is happy to have her home as well, so that he'll know that she'll be safe, that she'll be healthy, as well as the baby's health will be safe. Okay, so that was the end of the episode, and here are my final thoughts about the episode, and we'll cut this. Then we'll be done with the video. First one is, I loved how Mitch and Gugu were working together at the fitting. I really did, and it's important to manage work and family life. It really is, because you have to make sure that both parties are getting 100% equally and respectively. people can be really cruel to gospel artists. They can because it's like you can never do anything right when when you're in gospel. And I feel like people just really should have more compassion with people who are in gospel. I love how Tina chose to compromise with our looks. Yeah, because it shows that you are able to have an open mind, even though you are the way you are. It's good to let other people help you have an open mind about things that you wouldn't have an open mind about. So yeah, I love how they forgave and disagree. I love how they forgive and agree to disagree and move on. Yeah. So yeah, it's life when you have disagreements, you have disappointments and things like that, and you don't understand this person, ethic or how or however they work or whatever. But it's important to respect each other's differences while loving each other. Even though we may not understand each other all the time, it's important to respect each other. All right, and then the next one is Erica goes to the doctor about the baby. Yeah, I like how Erica was still concerned about her health, even though she still wanted to do the tour. It's very important to take care of yourself first. Yes, it's really important to take care of yourself because you may never know what may happen. This could go wrong, that could go wrong. So it's important to take care of yourself first. Never let anyone let yourself become overworked. Don't allow yourself to become overworked. No matter how important it is, no matter how frustrating it is, learn how to take a breather, take a step back, and woosah, and just let the peace of God, let the peace of God surround you, and just allow God to give you wisdom and what you should do in your career as well as your work balance family life. And last couple of thoughts I have is I can relate to Tina and her not wanting to dress up because you always don't want to dress up all the time. It's okay to dress down sometimes. And also I understand Erica being a workaholic. So yeah, I understand that because I'm always at work all the time as well. But I'm also understanding it's good to have a work-life balance as well. I loved how Teddy came across the situation with Tina. So yeah, he was really careful with Tina. So he was choose his words carefully and things like that because he know how his wife is. So yeah, I really liked how he was, careful with how he was, talking about the situation with Tina. And Gugu was selfish about the retainer deal. I guess you wasn't selfish or whatever because if she needs it, then that's another story. But if she just trying to get more money, then yeah, that's probably selfish. And so, in the last couple of ones, it says, I loved how everyone was concerned about Erica and the baby. I really did because it shows them that they really care, and it shows them that they really, want what's best for Erica and her child. And second to last one is you can't make everybody happy, and that's true. You cannot make everybody happy because there's some things that you just have to do for yourself. Some things you have to do for God, and some things you have to do for yourself and God, So yeah, you can't make everybody happy. You can't even always make yourself happy sometimes. So yeah. And also the last one, it says it feels good to have supportive people around you. So yeah, it was really good to have everybody supporting Erica, whether it was within her career, her family, her ministry, all of that. I really like how they rallied around her and really cared for her and was there for her in this episode. So yeah, I really appreciated that. So that was my series review of Mary Mary. It was season 1, episode 2, Roadkill. So I hope that you all enjoyed it. I will be uploading the next series review as soon as I can, and hope that you guys enjoyed this. And I'll be getting better at this because this is my first time doing this. So yeah, hope that you guys enjoyed this. May the Lord God strengthen you once again, and hope you guys have a blessed one. And until then, may the Lord God strengthen you all once again. Until next time, God bless you all.
Whole team up, feeling too dirty, let's clean up. Got on my plug now, let's re-up. Down to the ground now, let me up, yeah. Let me up, then I let me up. Let me up, then I let me up, yeah. Don't stop, press go, can't stop, just go.